Think Foundation Season 3 was going to ease us in? Think again. The premiere came out swinging, and front and center is none other than the Mule, finally stepping out of the shadows as the villain we've all been anticipating. That opening scene where he annihilates Archduke Balerian's army, with a grin? Absolutely chilling. After all the build-up in Season 2, there's no doubt now, the galaxy's most dangerous threat has arrived. So what makes the Mule so terrifying? Why is everyone, from the Foundation to the second Foundation, petrified of this guy? Today, we're diving into all of it, his origins, his insane abilities, how this version compares to Asimov's original, and what could be next for him. Buckle up, this is Foundation Season 3, The Mule Explained. Spoilers ahead. Let's start with what makes the Mule so scary, his powers. If you thought Telm from Season 2 was intense, the Mule makes her look like child's play. His signature ability? Mental domination. He can override someone's will entirely, bending their thoughts and actions to his own. And we saw it right out of the gate, he didn't just defeat the Archduke's forces, he turned them on each other. That final standoff? Brutal. The Archduke tried to resist, but the Mule's grip was too strong. The scene where he bites off his own finger in a desperate act of defiance. That pain, pure horror. But there's more. The Mule doesn't just control minds, he invades them like physical spaces. He can dig through memories, stir up hidden emotions, and twist people from the inside out. It's psychological warfare on a galactic scale. And if you've read the books, you'll remember the Vizona, his hypnotic, music-powered mind-control device. A multicolored keyboard that could influence entire populations. Will we see something like that in the show? Maybe not exactly, but never say never. Also, remember how Telm could essentially reincarnate by possessing other bodies? If she could do that, who's to say the Mule doesn't have a similar ace up his sleeve? Imagine how unstoppable he'd be if death wasn't even a limit. Now let's talk about how the Mule looks, because the show took some bold steps. First off, the role's been recast since Season 2. So yes, if he looked different to you, that's not your imagination. Kilo Aspect now plays the Mule, and honestly, he's killing it. He's got that warlord energy down, clad in armor, lugging a bullet-filled satchel, but the real threat is all in his mind. Do those bullets even matter when he can defeat armies without lifting a finger? And those goggles? Stylish for sure, but they probably serve a bigger purpose. Maybe they're tied to his abilities, or even a nod to his connection with deeper tech. In Asimov's books, the Mule is described as a frail, awkward outsider, skinny, hunched, with a long nose and sad eyes. People mocked him for how he looked. But the show's version leans more into subtle menace, clever, composed, and dangerous in a completely different way. He blends in. He charms. Then he strikes. Would a creepy, scarecrow-like Mule have been cool? Definitely. But this take works too, especially with an actor like Aspect, who's clearly bringing some major villain energy to the table. So, what drives the Mule? On the surface, he wants domination. He's out to conquer the galaxy and crush any opposition. But it runs deeper than that, he's obsessed with wiping out Harry Seldon, Gul Dornick, and the Second Foundation. Why? Because he knows they're the only ones who can stop him. That vision Gul had back in Season 2, the one where Salvor dies, tells us just how far he's willing to go. In the books, the Mule chose his own name, mocking his status as a genetic outcast. He started as a small-time criminal with massive psychic powers, and rose to power out of sheer hatred and resentment. At just 25, he seized control of a pirate base and began building an empire. His rise was fast. Ruthless. Personal. So here's the big question, does the Mule win? In both the show and the books, he makes huge gains. He conquers a third of the galaxy, including Trantor, and forms the union of worlds, declaring himself its ruler. He's the greatest threat the Foundation ever faces, hands down. But like all great villains, his downfall comes through cunning, not force. Eventually, the second Foundation outsmarts him. They tamper with his mind, neutralize his threat, and his reign ends. He dies younger than expected, but not before reshaping history. The Mule is easily one of Foundation's most compelling characters. We've been waiting for his full reveal since Season 1, and now that he's finally here, it's clear, he means business. He's not a copy of the book character, but the essence is there, terrifying, intelligent, and relentless. Whether or not he sticks around long-term, he's already leaving a massive impact. So, what did you think of the Mule's explosive entrance? Do you like this take better than Asimov's version? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment with your theories and predictions. And if you're hungry for more Foundation content, make sure to subscribe and check out my playlist for episode breakdowns and lore dives. Thanks for watching, see you next time.